In the 1890s, amidst the shimmering but freezing canals of Venice, Italy, lived a 12-year-old girl named Sofia. Her father was a humble gun, and her family lived in a tiny, damp room near the water's edge where the stone walls always felt like ice. During the winter months, a biting wind would sweep through the narrow alleys, and the poor families struggled to stay warm, as coal and wood were far too expensive for them to buy. Sofia noticed a waste problem at the Grand Textile Ateliers where the wealthy had their gowns made. Piles of silk scraps and velvet off. These beautiful, tiny pieces of fabric were considered too small to sew into clothing and were thrown into waste bins to be burned or tossed into the salt water. Sofia also noticed a community problem. The local orphanage was filled with children who shivered through the night because their thin wool blankets were worn through and offered no protection against the damp sea air. Sofia realized that silk, though thin, is an incredible insulator that traps heat if layered and quilted together with patience. She began visiting the back doors of the ateliers, asking the seamstresses for the discarded bins of useless, colorful scraps. Each night, by the flickering light of a single candle, Sofia meticulously cleaned and sorted the fabric. She used a simple needle and thread to stitch the scraps into intricate patterns, layering them between two pieces of old, coarse sailcloths she found at the docks. She stuffed the middle with the finest silk threads and velvet fuzz she had salvaged, creating a thick, windproof barrier. She called her creations Venetian Cloud Quilts because they were light as air but warm as a hearth. On the coldest week of January, Sofia carried her heavy basket of quilts to the drafty halls of the orphanage. When the children wrapped themselves in the vibrant, silken blankets, the transformation was magical. The fabric that was once considered trash now glowed with deep reds and golds under the candlelight, turning the cold stone room into a place of warmth and color. People from the market started talking about the girl who turned factory waste into treasure. And soon, even the wealthy shopkeepers began setting aside their best silk remnants specifically for her. Sofia turned the discarded trimmings of the rich into a shield for the forgotten. She proved that even the most broken scrap of beauty can protect a life if you have the vision to stitch it all together.